Alright, here's some tips and tricks for PlayOnLinux. So hopefully you know what PlayOnLinux is, but if you don't, it's basically a way to play Windows games or install Windows applications. Not everything works, and this is a front end to Wine, and it makes it a little bit easier and user friendly to set up your software that you want or you need to play or whatever. But I use it a little bit different from other people. I use portable games or portable apps or whatever it is you're using. And what portable games are, it's basically the files without the installer. So you know how in Windows you have like an exe and you hit next to install a stupid thing. Well, the portable games or apps is just double click on the exe and start playing or start using it or whatever. And you can't really install that in here if you do like the regular process. Like you go install some stuff right here, right? And at the end they'll tell you like what was that? Find the exe installer and then you can continue, which doesn't work very well with portable stuff. So the way to get around that, right, is you go to configure. Now in here, they have different. They call it wine prefix. Sometimes they refer to as wine bottle if you use crossover gaming or whatever it is, or crossover software or something like that. But anyways, this wine bottle, basically all that means is that like you see these are basically C drives. Like in Windows, they have a C drive, and they're self-contained. So one wine prefix will not affect the other. And the reason why they set that up is because usually people think that a newer version is better than the older one. Well, that's not the case with wine versions, because different wine versions might be better for your software. So you're installing the version based on the software you're using, okay? Because some version works better with that game or that software. So you just gotta know, and you can check their site. They do have a lot of confirmed games, not really a lot of confirmed software, but it gives you, I guess, a little sense of if the software is working or not. But if it's not up there, just try it out, okay? Anyways, let's get to the point here. To do this for portable games, we're gonna create a new one, okay? And this is gonna make a new virtual drive or a new C drive, basically. Call it whatever you want. We'll call it portable stuff here. Okay, that's it. I'm not sure if there's spaces affects it, so I'll probably say don't make any spaces. Alright, so we created that one, and you can see that, make sure you click on it, right, and you can see that the names here, and you can select different versions. These are the two versions I have installed. If you know that you need an older version, you can always go to the tools here and go to manage wine versions, and see these are all the versions. And like I said before, each version might be better for the games or your software. So all you gotta do is highlight it and select this, and it will install it here for you. And then you can select it from this box here, right? But let's get to what we're trying to do. If you want to install your portable games, you go to miscellaneous here, and we're gonna open the virtual drive or C drive, I mean, right? And here they have the C drive, and what you want to do is go to the program files, and in here you drop in your portable games, which I have my portable games here, and I'm gonna drop in my Roads of Rome 3 here. Right, so it's in there, and now all you gotta do is go back into let me put this down here. Go back into the Generals tab, and then you can go to create new shortcut from this drive, and then you can see that it detects the exe file, and then next, and all you gotta do is give it a name. So we'll call it Roads Rome 3, and that's it. You have the next thing I want to do is if you want to make another shortcut, which we'll say no, we don't want another one. And so by default they give you an icon on the desktop, an icon here. I usually delete the icon on the desktop because I don't need it. And that's really all you gotta do. If you want to play it, just double click on it and then you play it. So that's how that works. Another thing that, well, this program, they actually have a lot of improvements, but some of them are still stupid. So I'll show you what you should do if you don't have this issue here. So this thing, they have this new tab called install packages. Basically it's kind of like Winetricks, and which I already explained Winetricks in the past, so I'll post you a video on that if you don't know what the hell it is. But it's basically a way to install required stuff for your games. Like, some games require DirectX 9 or some missing fonts or DLL, whatever it is. But this thing in here is kind of stupid, because if you install it, you don't know if it's already installed. So you don't have any status on here, so you don't really know if you installed it or not. So later, if you go back to it, you probably can never guess, and then you probably have to do everything again. So this is stupid, right? I wish they fixed this part, because this one is not done well. But with Winetricks, like I said, you can still use that if you go to miscellaneous and you want to open a shell, and make sure you select the one wine prefix that you're using. Okay, so you open a shell, and in here you have the terminal, and then you can actually run Winetricks, right? And then you can do your setup from here, which is more convenient, because let me go over this again. So the first thing you want to do is select the default wine prefix. Okay, you hit OK. Make sure that well, it gives you a confirmation up top here. It says your current prefix is the location here. It says the portable stuff that we created earlier. And I'll give you an example. We'll install like some fonts or something. It'll be quick. So let's say, for example, I install this, I don't know, Lucida font here, right? Hit OK, and it installs it. And now if you go back into the fonts, you can see that there's a checkbox, so you know that you already installed it. You don't have to do it again or whatever. So this one is better, and I recommend using the Winetricks with PlayOnLinux than the crap that they have by default right now. Alright, and then after that, you can cancel it out and exit this. So that's basically what I would recommend to do. Another, I guess, tips here is that when you run the game, sometimes the game doesn't work and it locks up, and the game is in full screen. You can't go back to your desktop. Let me run this one here. Like this, it's in a full desktop. Let's say if it locks up or something, you can't get out of it. In the past, I showed you how to use what was that? What was that? Wine server -k. Now this one doesn't work because the wine server -k command only works on the regular wine. It doesn't work with the PlayOnLinux wine. So what I recommend, if you want to kill an exe in full screen, you use this command, kill all -r for recursive, and then you go .exe, and it'll kill all the games. And I'll give you a little crash here, right? But just hit cancel. But you're not going to be able to use the terminal from here, but the command is this, and all you got to do is assign it to a hotkey. You go to, what was that, your hotkey here, and just create a new hotkey, add a new one here, and then inside it, call it whatever you want, but the command is kill all -r.exe, and that will kill all the wine processes or the exe processes when you're doing this. So I'm digging the PlayOnLinux now. After you figure out all the stupid stuff, then you can have all your wine bottles here, and it will not affect each other. So it'll be working smoothly with that specific wine version that you have. Anyways, if you didn't know that, now you do, and then you can enjoy your games or your software without having headaches in the future. Alright, that's it for this one.